We're back, we're racing, and we are talking the VFL GP3 series, and it's the Italian Grand Prix. We had a dry qualifying, but let's get into the grid. For a wet race, we've got Ricciardo and Carrot. The Ferraris at the back. Ricciardo had connection issues, I believe, got kicked out. And we've got our teammate, Golden Black Wolf, looking for a good race from P18 and TTV in P17 alongside him. We've got Fungus Pit P16, Skelly P15 in the Renault there. Moving further along the grid, we've got Slade P14 and Vital Swiftness, winner of the last two Grand Prix in P13. Then we've got Alfredo in P12 and Rogue in P11. Moving through the grid, we've got, I call him Shui in P10 and DC Rapid in McLaren P9. Moving into P8, we've got Hicksdale and Immortal in P7 in the Haas. Further along, we've got Golden Egg Fryer in the P6 and Dirtor Machine in P5. And we've got S. Maitland in P4, ourselves in P3. We've got promoted because of a grid penalty to Swiftness. And we've got Dan 23 on the front row alongside Daz, of all people, grabbing the pole position. Let's get into this race. We've got 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5. And it's go for this rain-soaked Italian Grand Prix. And it's a pretty hard start for everyone, trying to get the traction down, but we maintain P3. We've got a car alongside us. Maitland going down into turn 1. We're going to brake nice and early. We're going to pick the braking zone. We don't want to rear end someone or have any front wing damage. And we've got a racing point flying across the track. We've got someone cut the corner there, the Renault up ahead of us. He's just gone flying through into first position. We've got Carnage in turn 1. We've got VSC deployed on lap 1 of the Grand Prix. And wow, there was a lot of action going in there. Of course, what happened with that Renault just bolted ahead of us. Also, the racing point looked like he was DNF flying across us there. We've got quite a few retirements, as you can see at the bottom here. Unfortunate starts to the Grand Prix for about 3 or 4 drivers at least there. And but VSC is deployed. We're all going to get bunched up and we're ready to go racing again on lap 1 of the race. And as you can see, he's just dropped back there through the order. We're in P4. We're looking just to bring it to the flag in this race because it's such treacherous conditions. We've got the full wet tyre on, and as you can see, we've got Dabs. Dabs has binned it around there just after turn 2, going into the Curva Grande. And oh dear, we're just challenging. We've got Maitland up ahead of us here on lap 4, and he's just gone off on his own accord ahead of us. So we're just going to inherit that position. We're up to P2 at this point in the Grand Prix. We've got the safety car deployed at this point, so it's a full safety car. So everyone's got to slow down, bunch up, right up, and so the tyres. You're looking at a full wet tyre at this point in the race. There's no point changing the strategy. We're looking to go long and deep on this wet tyre. It's going to be a challenge to get to the end. You can see on the restart here, Immortal's just touched the back end of us, and he's gone out of the race. So really sorry for that, Immortal. Going down into turn 1, extra cautious. We don't really want to challenge here at this point, but we get caught out by the early braking of Dan there. We're just going to try and keep it steady now, keep it on the island, and bring it home, try and challenge for the win if we can on lap 8 of this Grand Prix. A long way to go, and what can be done here. They're just trying to keep it clean, consistent here. You can see Dan struggling a bit ahead. He's going to go wide here, and he's going to get a bit leery on the power. We're going to get around the outside, and we're going to inherit P1 now. So we're into the lead of this Grand Prix. No pressure now, Rich, no pressure. And I don't like leading, I don't mind following, but leading is another thing when you've got someone that could touch you. Anything could happen behind, but we're going to try and get on with this race now. So let's just have a look at this restart from the safety car. So as you can see, a bit of speed was scrubbed off by the leader there. We had to scrub off a bit as well. Immortal's gone straight into the back of us. It might be a connection issue. We might have had a bit of lag on it, accelerated way too quick, etc. We're not too sure what happened there. Going down into turn 1, we've got Dirtor Machine right on our gearbox now on lap 9 of this Grand Prix. He wants a piece of the action. Oh, sorry, he's behind Dan, sorry. Dan challenging us for the win of this Grand Prix. Going into lap 11, we've got to reduce our pace. We've got to VSC ending now, getting back up to racing speed, and we get a pretty good restart this time, and managed to get a bit of a gap. You can see he's not right up our gearbox, and this giving us a bit of breathing space on lap 11 of this Grand Prix. So again, just trying to keep it smooth through here, minimize the slip in the car. We don't want it to maneuver the car too much. We want to be really smooth with the controls, and you can see on lap 12 we've got another VSC deployed. Counter map, I've just lost count already, and that one is ending as well on the lap 13 now, getting up to racing speed once again. Not too bad on the restart once again, get a bit of a gap to Dan, and controlling it quite comfortably. So going into lap 15 now, we're still holding on to first place, but we run a bit wide here, get a very poor exit out of turn 1-2 there, and this enables Dan to get on the power a lot earlier, and as you can see, he's just going to motor past us. And we're not going to contest this one too much because these conditions are treacherous. It's hard enough trying to drive around by yourself, let alone in close proximity to someone else as well. So we're going to be nice and early here, hit our apexes, get good exits, and try and get it to the end of the Grand Prix. We do want to challenge for the win, of course, but we're going to be extra cautious in doing so. So moving in here into lap 17, you can see we've got very courteous Carrot who just pulled off to the side there to allow us through, even though you do ghost, I think, as a back marker. So as you can see, we've got a safety car deployed once more on lap 18 of this Grand Prix, and we're taking the bold decision along with Dan to switch onto Inter tyres. It's still full wet conditions at the minute. You can see there's puddles across the track, and we really got to make this work now. So we're hoping the safety car is going to be out for a number of laps, and as you can see, we're already starting lap 19. What lap is the safety car going to come in? The later the better for us, because it's just going to clean up the track, and hopefully the weather as well comes back towards us. So as you can see, we're going to start lap 22 now almost, and we're getting ready to go racing once again. So Dan's bolted, and we're going to get in his drag now, going down into turn 1. We've got the car behind us, Dirton Machine. He's on the wet tyre. We are on the intermediates. What grip are we going to have, if any, going down into turn 1? We'll communicate with Dan, ask him to be extra early on the brakes. We're not going to dive bomb him here. And as you can see, we've got fairly good grip in the car. What's it going to be out of here in the traction zone though? It's pretty good grip though, we can see. And yeah, we're already pulling a gap to P3, so we're definitely on the right compound of tyre, and it's only going to come to us in these final 5 laps of the Grand Prix. So as you can see here, this is the restart of the Grand Prix on the intermediate tyre, going down into turn 1, just trying to keep it out the rear end of Dan. We don't want to smash him out of this Grand Prix at this stage. You can see Dirton Machine struggling for grip into turn 1, running a bit wide as well. So going into lap 22, you can see we've got S. Maitland out of the Grand Prix, unfortunate son, after doing all these laps as well. Moving into further into lap 22, as you can see, we had yellow flag, something else. There was another incident behind us, we do believe, and we've got Golden Egg Fryer behind us. I think we've lost Dirton Machine. Yeah, he is retired from the session. A real shame once again after going this long in this treacherous conditions. Very unfortunate there. Let me know what happened to you. You can see Fungus Pit has been disqualified on lap 26 of the Grand Prix, down in turn 1. I think he was having a bit of trouble there. Let us know what happened, Fungus. Unfortunate son, and let's move on to the next one. So coming into the final laps now, Dan does have the inherent pace on us. We did go for a bit of a wet dry compromise in terms of the mix-up. I think he might have gone for a full wet setup. Let us know, Dan, but congratulations on the win. We're going to come home P2, really happy with that, and we've got our teammates in P3. So a great day for the Alpha boys, a great Grand Prix, and it was just about bringing it home to the flag without minimal fuss in this race, and we managed to do that. So well done, Golden Black Wolf, on your podium position, well deserved. Skelly P4, Shui P5, Golden Egg Fryer, and then we've got TTV. Of course, we've got penalties we need to consider here as well, but we've got a Slay finishing as well as Alfredo in the Grand Prix. A lot of DNFers there, about 11 in this Grand Prix. A real catastrophe of a race. Let's hope for a bit of a cleaner one in the upcoming Grand Prix. I think we've got Spa coming up soon. That's going to be a bit of carnage, especially around turn 1, 2, and on any restarts as well. But thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you don't miss future content. And if you've got any suggestions, of course, drop them down in the comments below. And we'll see you again soon for another We're Racing video. Take care. Bye-bye.